Now, today, this is one of the best episodes I know. Probably we'll learn a lot.
We have introverts and extroverts. And the extroverts, we have the sanguine and the cholerics. Okay? And the introverts, we have the melancholy and the phlegmatics.
Are they even true? Do you have them? Do I have them?
Okay.
Yes.
Should I truth it or should I trash it?
Yes, exactly. Truth it, trash it. Are they even true? Do we believe them?
Before I ever truth it or even trash them, first of all, Dan, it's good to understand that we as believers, even before we got born again, we really need to understand who we really are before getting born again, and what are we after being born again. Yeah?
Extroverts, sanguine, and the other group
is choleric.
Let's begin with sanguine. Now, something about sanguine is that these guys are highly optimistic.
Why?
And they easily forget the past. They have high energy levels, and they are very, they have a lively personality. They are super extroverts. Like, these guys are outgoing, and they have many friends. They are great storytellers. I was wakikwambia story utaboeka. They will exaggerate. They will put everything. They are just natural entertainers. MCs can do better with them. They love adventure. They respond to generosity, and they have ability to express love. Express love.
Hey,
express love.
That
one, express love. You know, I'm just from the land of Arufaga, so
I understand.
And they believe in forgetting and forgetting. Forgiving and forgetting. Disadvantages, I was one are discipline. They have disorganized thinking. They live chaotic, and they are very sharp in making sharp in terms of fast decision makers. And they live in a chaotic environment. I only want to say what Andikaki Kitanda and the rest, you'll tell us about that. And they have poor planning skills. Take us through cholerics.
The phlegmatics. The sanguines. The sanguines. Yeah, sanguines. Yes. Now, Dan, first of all, allow me to say this. Sijui kama unakumbuka ukiwa primary school, sana sana utai-notice kwa watoto. So parents, if you're watching this, itakusaidia. Now, ukikumbuka ukiwa primary, ukiwa pale umekaa pale kwa desk. Sijui ulikuwa pale mbele ama nyuma, ulikuwa backbench ama pale?
Ulikuwa backbencher.
Ulikuwa backbencher? Basi ulikuwa unajionea mengi. No.
Since independence.
Kama ulikuwa backbencher, unaweza kumbuka kuna kale kaboi kenye kalikuwa kanaenda kanachungulia pale kwa mlango kuconfirm nini kama ticha anakuja. Kana kuja mbio, ticha anakuja alafu kila mtu anasetwa ananyamaza. Aka kajamaa katulia hii.
Akawezi tulia
kana panda jua
pale mbele, kanaenda kanaimba wimbo, we used to call them modongodo. And then ana dance pale, and most of the times alikuwa anashikwa akifanya weird behavior.
Na hizo weird behavior tena zinajirudia the next day. As in they don't learn. Hata andiko mpaka unasikia mwalimu alichoka na yeye. Those are the phlegmatics. As a matter of fact,
those are the sanguines.
Sanguines.
Yes.
Let me mention a person who is my best friend, anaitwa Brayo.
Yes, same. And I think Brayos are the same.
Oh, Brayos and Kevos.
Yes.
And the Denos. What about the dance? Okay,
no, the dance are reserved. Yo, don't.
Dance are reserved.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Sawa. So this best friend of mine is one of those.
You wanna ban me on live?
Let's try. Now these sanguines, they're very funny.
Okay.
They are they are extra. In fact, these are the extreme extroverts now. Okay, and these extreme extroverts done sanguine venye umesema, they're very playful. These are some of the strength.
Okay.
They're very playful. They're very lively. They're very energetic. They're very spirited. These are people wenye wako na manguvu mingi. You know, they love using that energy. You know, and then another thing is that they're very cheerful. They're very inspiring. They're very talkative. Adan wanaongeaga alafu wanakumotivate. Ando wale kama unakumbuka college, for example during my strike tukiwa college. Wale watu panda steam panda rusha kuja, you know, like that. Ando kuchocha. Alafu tiaga sikirushwa ando kwanza kuhepa. One of the weakness they wanakuwa waoga, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Very
fearful.
Okay, watu wanakuwa tunachocha, but hakuna wanakuwa na nguvu wakianza kitu.
Anaweza kuchocha. Hii kitu tunachapa.
Let me give you a story.
The specific day. Ayuko.
Let me give you a story done. You know, when I was in form 2, tukiwa pale na kurudi tukiwa with this best friend of mine Brayo, hapo ndo tulikuwa tunachaguaga subject. And one of the subjects that was feared in those days ilikuwa physics. Sijui kama Dan ulifanya physics.
I dropped it from 1, I think.
Okay, see tuli drop from 2. Now what happened is huyu besti alikuwa anataka kuwa pilot. This is Brayo now. Akanichocha akasema si Alona tunataka kuwa engineer something. Tuende na physics. Kwani mimi najua Mungu. Alafu tuko tumeokoka by the way vizuri sana. Na tulikuwa yeah, you know I can do. Hata watu waseme ni ngumu. Mimi nitafanya. Mimi nilienda nyumbani nikapewa advice na mzazi. Elon kama imekulemea, hakuna chochikaze nayo. Mimi nikaenda nika drop. So tukadividiwa, wanafunzi wa history wakaenda kwao, physics kivyao. So mimi venye nilipata Brayo kwa darasa yetu ya history. Hadi wa leo sijaijua. Nilimuuliza what happened, akasema yenyewe Elon ni kubaya. So
okay, alikuwa anakimbizana na 3 sciences.
3 sciences.
Yes,
yeah. Hiyo sasa.
Okay.
So ndo nasema watu wanakuwa na spirit ya kuanzisha kitu. Okay. Lakini kumaliza. Then I tell you the truth, the sanguines they have an issue there.
So what are some of the weaknesses za hao wasi?
Okay,
umesema they are fearful.
Yeah, okay, one of the weaknesses that wanakuwa waoga ni vile tu wasemaji but ebu fanya kitu hivi wanahepa mbio. Okay? Yeah, one of the things that they are very indisciplined. Kutandika kitanda inakuwa shida. Then watu wanaanzaga okay, another thing is that whenever they start something kumaliza ni shida. Wanaanzaga na mioto but ukifika katikati wakiona it doesn't work for them they give up on it.
That is why kuna wase tukiwa high school walikuwa chap kufanya mambo but they were just indisciplined naturally.
Na wamalizagi Kenya wanaanza.
But they were malizagi. I remember there was a time we went to a school, I won't mention a school back in Central. We went to that was a girls school tulienda. And tukajipata we were only 2 boys schools.
Yes.
And you see kuna ile like high school like yo sasa sisi lazima tu dance na wao. And there were guys who chochad us. Hawa watu tuwapige vita. But pali walienda I can't remember wherever they went. So these are sanguines. Now, which Bible character
wait, before you go to the Bible character, we haven't finished on the weaknesses.
Okay.
Yes, I was thinking that they were very indisciplined. They're very repetitive. Watu wanajirudiaga sana. You know, and then they're very forgetful. Dani mtu ukimkosea leo kesho atakusamehea. Watu they don't hold grudge.
Giving and forgetting.
They are so good at that. Say watakujamia wakwambia wewe hata usikie niongelesha nini kesho asubuhi. Brother, umesema hawana gaishu. Wanakuwa na roho smart sana. And then they are very they are angered easily. They are very disorganized. Okay. Another thing is that they are very loud and they are very changeable. Watu dan ni ngumu sana tu wakae hapo atipali pamoja. Ni kama wakikalia kiti wakikaa chini kuna kitu na wadunga.
Exactly.
They cannot sit there.
So wakikaa class au watu wezi tulia.
Watuliagi.
Hata na waparatu wamesimama.
Na wanapiga na wachoki kupigwa. Yeah, that's the thing. So sanguines they jump, they are very jumpy from one place to another. In fact, especially taming a sanguine is not easy, especially in relationships. If you have a sanguine you have to be very careful how you deal with them.
Asha haki kila mtu.
Unaweza catch na jamaa ni big deal. Ati ameenda tu kwa ameongea na wasichana wote ameassociate nao. They are very sociable. So unaweza jump bure because ati ni jamaa wako ama ni manzi yako. Wacha kuchukulia ni hasira. Muelewe this is a sanguine. That's how they are.
Okay,
you give them that space.
Wewe kwa una hug tu lakini usiwa tight.
Anyway, I don't know about hugging much tight wherever it is. Unajua ni ile stage high school zilikuwa na hug is a big deal. But I think the best thing to do is to understand. It's not a big deal to be sociable. It's not a big deal to interact with people. As long as you're an introvert, let others be extroverts in their peace. As long as they're not doing anything wrong, let them be. Give them that room.
These characters look like they are the opposite of introverts. Hii hakuna kitu inaonekana.
This is the opposite of melancholies.
Yes.
They are exactly opposite. Melancholies are orderly, they are very strict, they don't change. Sanguines in the opposite now.
So when a politician needs hecklers,
sanguines ni hivyo. Sanguines are the best by the way. They are very loud. Hawajui kufungia kitu. Tunatafuta melancholy ya kuchapia campaign. Au tunajiongelesha my friend.
This goes to our friend Brian wakati tunafanya ma campaigns. Now the Bible character, we said Peter.
We said Peter.
What about Peter?
Peter ukikumbuka story yake in the Bible, Peter ndo wale mtu alikuwa anaanza na psych. Nani alijaribu kutembea juu ya maji?
Ni Peter.
Alafu kufika katikati what happened?
Niite bana.
Alikuwa na guts because anaanza vizuri. Kufika pale katikati
bwana anaanza kuzimia.
Anaanza kuzimia. Like that.
In fact, he's the first disciple who was called. Na aliitwa pale wakati aliona we have had a great catch. And then jamaa hata kungoja boat ifike. Aliswim akaelekea wapi? Kwa Mokozi.
Exactly.
Yes.
Because they are fast. They make decisions. Okay, though they make rash decisions, but they make it quickly. Another incident about Peter, you remember kuna time aliruka Yesu. Yenye mnasemaga kipetero ki Yesu.
Na alikuwa amemwambia, "Yo, mimi
utaniruka."
Unaenda mpaka mwisho.
Hakuna hata akaambiwa, "Woi, ngoja." Akamruka mara ngapi?
3.
Alimruka yeye mazemi hata simujui. Haya.
Joy kuwa na yeye.
Now another incident. Do you remember the day of Pentecost?
Yes.
When people started speaking in tongues.
Yes.
Nani alisimama kuongea?
Yeye ndo alisimama.
Because that's how sanguines are.
Okay.
Yeah, they are very fast in decision making. They are very talkative. Watu then before hata ulize opinion, they already know. Hata before ulize swali, they already know the answer before you ask even the question.
Yes. Wow, sanguine.
Sanguines.
That's a good description of a preacher. Yes.
At a preacher.
Yes.
Now the problem with sanguine. Now preacher, the main reason why don't have
okay. Watakuwa sluggish and lazy.
Sanguines. They know to begin things kumalizia ndio shida.
Okay.
But if you are to become a preacher, you are supposed to be somebody consistent.
Yes.
So sanguines, even if they become that, they need to be people who are going to be persistent. They don't give up on people easily.
What's a career opportunity for? Ni job gani inawafit poa? Career gani inawafit poa?
Hizi zote unaona sales and marketing.
MC.
Kukua MC. You know, hii mwanasiasa, unajua wanasiasa they know how to sell themselves kwa maneno.
They know what to speak.
Yes. They make the best in that area and then they make the best in sales and marketing. They know to convince people. In entertainment industry, you know, they are the best in those areas. You know these areas that require movement from one place to another.
Yes.
The best people are the sanguines.
Yes.
Yeah, they are promoters.
One final character ni extrovert.
The extrovert.
Cholerics. Yes, cholerics tunasema. These guys have mental strength. And they are good in problem solving. And these guys speak their mind. They're not fearful. They are brave. Focus. I feel like I need to be this thing. They're determined and competitive.
They're determined.
They excel in new environments in that the environment doesn't affect them. They're the ones who affect the environment.
Exactly.
They know what they want. They are go-getters. They have high self-esteem. And because of their mental strength, their sharpness, they are opinionated. They stand by their opinions. They are extrovert. They are risk takers. And what else? I don't know what I've forgotten.
They're very decisive.
Yes. Disadvantages when tunasema ni weaknesses. They are so demanding and can be intimidating just because they are opinionated. Ile kikuja kuambia decision yake mpaka unaona mimi manzera ni kama sina decision. They are easily angered and they have ego.
Kiburi.
Yes.
Pride.
Their strengths.
Their strength. Now, cholerics done. Unfortunately, I'm one of them.
Okay.
Though I don't love this personality, nilijipata. Me, by the way, napenda ni phlegmatics. Because watu wanaga stress. Ni ngumu mtu wa phlegmatic apatwe na depression, sijui ma stress.
Anajua kuchezea lane yake.
Watu wanakuwa too calm. Wanaga yeah, but cholerics, in fact, if there are people who die more quickly than other personalities, they are cholerics.
Okay.
Why? Because now, before I go to weakness, let me look at the strength. The number one, these people are very decisive. These people are very bold. They are very persuasive. Then watu wanaweza kupersuade towards something. Yani wewe kama haujazoea kitu fulani anakuzoesha mpaka unasema yenyewe. They are very forceful.
Nilikuwa nimeanguka mtihani.
These people, they are very good in convincing power. They are very positive. Uli mtu anakipokea hata wito, they receive it gladly.
Yes.
They look at things in positive perspective. Hata tax ipande juu, ni kama saizi maybe inflation or whatever ipande juu. Hata wanaangalia on the positive side of it. Hata kama imepanda juu, mimi niko na job bado ndo manage maybe bills. You know, hata kama imepanda juu, maybe pesa zitakuwa mingi kwa mfuko. You know, they look things in a positive dimension. They are very forceful. How to things they have to go their own way. Unfortunately, people might confuse cholerics with these people who are very manipulative. Watu wanakuwa manipulative. Wanaitagwaje? There are these people who love being manipulative too much. Sometimes it is the personality.
Take advantage.
Yeah.
Yes.
So most of them, if they don't understand, but they are very decisive, or they make decisions quickly. Then kama unataka mtu mwenye anaweza kuwekea decisions haraka, they
very fast.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the good decisions, they are cholerics. And then they are bold, they are leaders, they are movers. These are people when they move, you know, they don't just stay there. They love moving. Yeah, those are some of the strengths, and they're very adventurous done. And watu wanatoka form.
Okay.
Na wanapangaga form, even useme ati leo tuende mahali fulani. wanakuaga very much ready for it.
Okay.
Just like the sanguines. Huyu ni mtu ana form. Akipata form. Akingoja hata ikuwe in the next 1 hour. Mara moja nga. The same thing colleagues and wanaanzisha hiyo form.
Okay.
Yeah.
The weaknesses tumesema ni?
Now weaknesses, tumesema one of them is that they are very bossy.
Yes.
Dan hawa watu wapendi kuobey. They wanataka kuwa obeyed.
They want to give instructions.
Hao wanataka kupeana rules,
yes,
details, vitu kaa hizo. And then number 2, they're very resistant. They resist too much.
Okay.
If it doesn't go according to their ideal, they tend to be resistant. Okay. And then they tend to be frank. Hao na wale watu dan, okay, akikuwa daktari, na for example maybe a relative has died, na alikuwa mgonjwa. Anakuja tu akwambia,
"Yo, my friend,
but they kamenda. Kamenyuria, you know. Yani watu, ama kama maybe ukienda for example when you go to hospital, wanaendaga unaambiwa HIV status. For example when you go to be kupimwa HIV. Huyu nurse ama daktari anafaa kuja kuambie in a good way. Afai kwenda direct. Kuna vile wanakucancel kwanza.
Round kidogo. Wewe unaona ni kweli.
Huyu mtu anaweza
decision.
Dan huyu anakuwa frank. Anamwambia wewe brother. Ni hivi kuko. Hata uko frank, unakwambia ukweli as it is. Kama ni mbaya anakwambia ni mbaya. Kama ni mzuri wewe ni mzuri. They don't sugarcoat.
Yes.
So that's a weakness that they have.
Yes.
You know, even good news they can give it in a bad way.
Oh, okay. Then mention about something about their ego.
Their ego.
Yes.
Oh, they have a lot of pride by the way. And that's what I've said. Since they're very bossy, they love being known. They love being recognized. If you don't recognize them in a special occasion,
you are in a problem.
Anaonaga hiyo ni madharau. And I tell you the truth, they have to make their presence known.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they are very impatient. Damn, these people, if you have to do according to what they want.
Okay.
You have to do it right now. Kama ni now. Things have to go their way.
Okay.
And then they're very argumentative. They have to done
arguments, wanapenda arguments.
They are by the way debate. Dan kama by the way ukichunguza one of the characteristics during debates shule pale high school. Hao ndo walikuwa wanapenda kuwin arguments.
Okay.
They love winning arguments. You know, they love being domineering. They are manipulative.
Okay.
They are stubborn. Huyu mtu akiamua kuwa kichongumu Dan hawezi change unless kitu ingine ikuje ndio itambadilisha.
Because of their the structure and the character of being opinionated. Opinionated. Opinion and they don't want to change.
Yeah.
Now, what's the difference between choleric and sanguine?
Now, cholerics, most of them are orderly. Sanguines, they are not orderly.
Okay.
Cholerics, most of them, they are extroverts because they have a cause. They have fixed goals. And they go with all their strength. They go with everything in them.
Okay.
Lakini sanguines, they have so many goals. But sasa hawaendi na nguvu yao yote, ni kama wanabahatisha.
Hata wakianza watamaliza. Bible character on choleric. We are speaking about Paul. Paul was also sharp. Alikuwa bossy. He wrote many letters. Very sharp decision making. Tunaenda Apollo, sama tunaenda wapi, tunaenda Berea, tunaenda Roma. He was very. And in fact there is a time he comes so open and anasema hatutaenda na jamaa anaitwa Silas. A few guys alikatana na wakasema hawa mia hatuendi nao. Yes.
You know, Dan, tukiangalia hata from the call of Paul, Paul when he was called, when on his way when he was going to persecute Christians, it was in Damascus. Okay, remember Saul was from Tarsus. Alikuwa in leadership. Huyu ni mtu anajua the law. This is somebody who read the scriptures. Alikuwa na drive to persecute Christians. Na he was doing it passionately. In fact, aliua wengi. Yendo mpaka alisign, I think is one who signed the signature was this Stephen.
Yes.
Yeah, yendo alisign yendo ameua. But on his way to persecute Christians in Damascus, he was converted. Then it took me I think some few days venye aliitwa, alichukulia positive. Hakupinga wito. Na from there alienda wapi? Arabia. Okay? Akaenda kahubiri. He started even the church in Corinth. As a matter of fact, by the time he was coming back to Jerusalem, to the Jews, venye alipata Peter akikula with the Gentiles and then ana pretend maybe hakuwa nao. Paul alikuwa
na opinion yake.
Alikuwa anamcondemn in public. Huyu ni mtu ako na opinion zake. Huyu ni mtu alianzisha a movement, like he wrote this person is very hardworking. That's another strength. By the way, it's a strength and it's a weakness among the cholerics in that they are they are workaholics. They work too much. They love using their own strength a lot. So that is who Paul was. Now, ukiangalia, this is the person who wrote more than half of the books in the New Testament.
Yes. I think also that explains why Paul was one, in fact he was the only apostle when Yesu alimtokea after his glorified nature,
Yeah, the glorified
to make
Jesus.
sure huyu jamaa opinion yake kuhusu mimi Kristo it is firm.
It is firm.
And that's why I think he became that firm.
By the way, do you know this person, he never walked with Jesus? He was not a disciple of Jesus. Okay?
Yes.
Yet this is the person who had the most influence in the early church.
Okay.
Dan, tell me. That's how, if a choleric decides to follow Jesus, that's how strong they're going to be in this kingdom.
Career opportunities for choleric.
For choleric.
Ni nini mzee akifanya huyu jamaa?
They are so good in it.
Yes.
Now, one of them, just like Paul, if this person becomes ministers of the word, they become very effective because they have the leadership qualities. Okay? If these people become politicians, they become the best. If these people become, what do you call these soldiers?
Okay.
Because when they go to war, they go with kila kitu, with the strength na kila kitu. They become the best commanders. They become the best. These people, because they don't question
command.
They are good in command.
Yes. Finally, what questions should I answer? Maybe one or two questions that I should answer to myself. Actually, nijue, where am I? Any of the questions. What should I consider?
What should you consider?
Yes.
The first thing you should consider, like what we did, you divide them into two. Either introverts or extroverts. Okay? And then after that, you're going to look at some of the silent qualities that you have, especially as a person. You just write them down. Those silent qualities, what do you love? You know, you look at your hobbies. You know, you look at some of the things that you prefer doing. It can give you a direction into some of the which personality you are in.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, your final words to sanguines. Final words to sanguines. These
Why
guys
sanguines?
who are everywhere.
Why not other? Why not others?
Kwa darasa bana. There were days we got punished because of the sanguines.
Because of sanguines,
Yes.
noisemakers. But
Yes.
these are the best noisemakers.
Yes.
Ni kama sanguines wamekubamba sana.
Wamenibamba sana because I can actually relate. I mean, I've related with sanguines. Why there were some guys hata wachapwe aje. Hata wachapwe na wazazi. Those guys, they are just there. And there is a cholerics. Big part of it is why Jesus Christ had to come to Paul in his bodily form, in his glorified nature, to convince you jamaa ile opinion umechukua sahi. You will walk with it hata utandikwe vita aje. I mean, this guy is a guy who took risk in Jerusalem. Anasema mimi nitaenda, ndio naambia usiende utauawa. Ilibidi ameshushwa na kiondoo kwa dirisha man. Because this guy was so opinionated on Jesus Christ.
On Jesus, yes.
Yes, your final words on the whole thing.
On the whole thing.
Yes.
Now, my final word is this, that these personalities, what we have just learned, the temperaments, they are not there because to justify you for what you're doing, okay? They are not there to make you think that because I'm in this personality, I should continue behaving like this. Now, the main reason why we have mentioned them is though that you can more amplify your strength and your weakness, you try to work on them, okay? Because most people don't even know where they are. But the moment you weigh yourself, you'll be able to know which are my strengths and which are my weakness. And finally, there are those who have two or more personalities. Like I've said, it all depends maybe on the environment, with the people who have raised you, with the principles you're going with, etc. So it is you to understand what is making me do like this, behave like this. But the most important thing, work on your weakness and amplify your strength.
Thank you for joining in this episode, and I hope you have learned one or two things. And remember, this is not to justify why you should act the way you are acting, but it's to help you understand you more and know what you can change. This is Truth or Trash, Biblical Conversations in the House, and my name is Gyoshe Mbogwa. See you.